Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. For the video today, I wanted to bring you along with me on another spooky night in. I did something very similar to this last year, which I'll link up above, where I basically had a bit of a Halloweeny sort of night in and brought you along with me then. And I've seen videos this year in my recommended where people kind of vlogged like it was a bit of a sleepover, and I thought that was really cute to see, so this is going to be a bit like that as well. I just wanted to explain that at the start of the video so you know what to expect. So if that sounds good, definitely keep on watching. Now what I'm going to do from here is get changed. You might be able to tell, I think I've said it's the afternoon, but I just got home from work and I'm feeling like a sweaty mess. It is a really hot day today. It's springtime in Australia at the moment. I know everywhere else in the world it is autumn or fall. It's spring for us, and it's actually a bit of a, not heat wave, just really hot at the moment in Brisbane. So I am boiling. I need to get changed into some workout clothes and take the pups for a walk. They have been at home alone for a few hours since my husband is working in the afternoon and nighttime this week. So I guess that's another reason why I wanted to do this spooky little sleepover, because I've got the house to myself. So with that being said, I'm just going to go and get changed and get out the door to get the dogs and myself a little bit of exercise. Alright, I'm back home from the walk now and I'm blasting the aircon because I'm so warm. I had to put my hair back up, but it was a good walk today and nice to get some fresh air even though it is hot and humid. But I think I'm just going to let this go for a little bit inside to cool down, and I'm going to get the dogs ready and then get my food ready as well for the night. I'm not sure what I'm going to eat yet, but I'll find something I think quick and easy, and then I can get onto more sort of relaxing tasks for the night now that these little essential things like taking care of my puppies are done. Stay. Stand up. Go. Alright, I'm in the kitchen now and just about to start getting dinner ready. I actually started cutting up some tofu and realized I should probably show you what I'm going to have. Even though it's not too exciting, some of you might find it interesting, and what I'm cooking actually does work pretty well with the leftovers that I have. Ingredients, I should say. There are no leftovers, and most of the ingredients I have, because there is a lot of stuff in the fridge and cupboard, but most of the things I have are for kind of big meals that I would cook when Brenna's at home and I want leftovers for following days. Right now, I really just need to have food for tonight and lunch tomorrow for myself. So I have some tofu here, which I think I said I have already started cutting up, or it is all cut up in the container here. And I'm going to turn this into fake egg, like mashed egg, for a sandwich. And I've got some lettuce as well. This is already cut up from the other night when I made salad, and I want to use it up, so this should work pretty well. I just thought I would show you how I turn the tofu into fake egg in case anyone is interested. I thought I'd really quickly show you this as quick as can be because it's so simple. There's no real method to it, but I've just got half a block of medium firm tofu. I've done this before with completely firm or extra firm tofu, and that's okay as well in a pinch, but I think that the medium firm or classic firm works a little bit better and gets more of a like boiled egg consistency, if that isn't too weird to say. I'll clarify as well, in case you're new here, I am vegan, that's why I'm doing this, but I think even if you're not vegan and you've got some tofu in the house, give it a go. I've fed it to people that eat eggs on the regular and they say it tastes pretty similar. So I've got my tofu and then adding everything to taste basically. So for most of this you do treat it like egg. I've got mayo, vegan mayo of course, salt and pepper. Some things where it does get different though. This is a little bit for color. The nutritional yeast and also turmeric gives it that sort of yellow color, like from what egg yolk would do. This isn't so much for flavor, the turmeric, mainly for color, and the yeast just adds a little bit more flavor. But the real important thing here is this. I think it's called Kala Namak. It's black salt. It's got that eggy sort of sulfuric taste, and a little bit of this goes a long way. I've thrown out the packaging, but I bought mine on Amazon and just put it in this old pepper grinder so it would grind up, since I bought crystals. It wasn't actually pre-ground or anything, but in this it works just fine. And yeah, you only need a little bit. So I'm just going to start making it. It is super quick. It's looking a little bit out of control. I am going to mash it as well, but those are all the flavoring things. And then I'm going to add this black salt, but I just thought I'd sort of show you to get a feel for how much seasoning I'm adding, and I'll probably add more as I go as well. Again, it is very intuitive. I'm sure that there are probably many recipes, I mean, more accurate than this for certain, but I just do it to taste and look. That's probably enough of this, maybe even a bit too much. Again, a little bit really goes a long way. And then you mash. All right, that's done now. I know it doesn't look super great, but I have a feeling the real thing doesn't either. Either way, it tastes pretty close to what I remember. And yeah, at the very least, it's quick. It's used leftovers or ingredients I needed to use, and I've got dinner ready now. So I'm just gonna make this, put some like extra into a container for tomorrow and call it a day. But I'm just gonna assemble my sandwich and start eating. Yes, it's a bit of a light dinner, I will admit, but I'm gonna be having some snacks later. So again, I think this is probably just the right decision. All right, I just had what was probably the world's quickest shower and got changed out of my sports clothes, and the house is a lot cooler now. So I'm in a pretty good mood. Plus, I didn't need to do any dishes since dinner was basically a non-event. So from here, the rest of the night is just gonna be a lot more fun and relaxing. And the first thing I wanna do, because it will need a little bit of time to be ready to eat, it's not any baking or anything, something much simpler, and it is making chocolate spiders. I've definitely had these a couple times in the past. I feel like anytime someone has done any Halloween type baking or food preparation for any party I might have been to in the past, or workplaces, someone always makes these things. I've certainly made them quite a few times in the past and I love them. I am going to be making some of these because I've been craving them, and I just thought it'd be something cute to bring into work. So I've got all of my ingredients. I'm just going to get them out and show you. Again, it is so simple to make, so it won't take much time, but they do need to set in the fridge, so that's why I'm going to start them now. All right, I've just gotten out all of my ingredients to make these chocolate spiders, and I guess I'm just going to chat while I make them. It's very simple. Now, I did notice, I'm not sure why, normally I would use a whole packet of these fried noodles. I'll just take them out to show you. I don't know why, but I have cut it open, so perhaps I used some of these to decorate something, I'm not really sure. Either way, normally you need a whole bag, and I've weighed this. Most of it is in there, but it's 100 grams, and I also need peanut butter just for a little bit of peanut butter flavor. You don't really need to add it. I guess you could just do chocolate, but I like the peanut butter and chocolate, and that's just how I've always had them. And then of course you need chocolate, so I've just got this brand. I've got 2 bags since normally I would need 200 grams, I think. So this is just coconut milk cooking chocolate. I've noticed this brand, Connect Foods, does the milk or dark chocolate, obviously plant-based, but this is just what I'm using since I couldn't find any other brand. And obviously you can use whatever chocolate type you want. You just want to make sure it'll melt, and I know this one is good for that. So basically, so simple. You have to melt the chocolate, add in the peanut butter, then the noodles, and make the little spiders. Just put spoonfuls on a tray and put it in the fridge to set. Super simple. So I figured while I do that, I might talk about some horror movies that I've loved this year and just catch up on my life a little bit. Maybe I didn't think this chatting bit through too much, since this next little bit's going to be kind of noisy with plastic. If you live in a hot climate like me, half the work is nearly done because of the heat. These already look halfway melted, but we need them runny, so I'm going to put it in the microwave just for, I think, 10-second intervals, 20-second intervals as I slowly melt it. So we have the chocolate melted. It's really runny. I don't know how clearly you can see that. But now I'm just going to add in the peanut butter and mix it up before I do the noodles. I have always just sort of done this based on random recipes. A lot of them said that for this amount of chocolate you want 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, so I'm just kind of gonna eyeball it. This obviously isn't a proper tablespoon. And of course, there's no real science to this. You could add more or less. Maybe you could even add, Biscoff. I wish I had Biscoff, that would be so nice. But this will be good too. I do love a good chocolate and peanut butter combo. Oh, look at that, we got 2 spoons. You can clean one. Now I'm just gonna mix it up. And then I'll add in the noodles. Again, this is super quick. I've also got to add little things like this are just so much easier to stir things with because you can really scrape the sides. All right, that's all completely mixed up now. And I'll add the noodles and then give it a stir, and then I can form the little spiders. All right, so now this is all incorporated, and I'm just gonna start putting it onto the tray that I've sort of prepared earlier. Not really, it's just a tray with this reusable baking sheet. Again, these don't need to be baked, you just put them in the fridge, but I'm just gonna start spooning them on. And I'm still gonna talk about movies, but I'm gonna be a little bit vulnerable here first. I am just gonna be honest and admit, while I love doing these sort of activities and all, and I think doing them, making this video makes it a bit more fun, I definitely wanted to do something like this with my sister this year, and I can't. Only because she's overseas. I'm very close with her. We're still close and we chat every day, but she's on holidays, and I've got a lot of feelings about that. I guess, I mean, for anyone, as the world opens up, a lot of people are traveling, and I think for anyone who's not traveling, like myself, I'll admit it is very easy to get jealous, and I also just miss my sister. It's kind of funny actually, the other day, I was feeling a bit blue. Hear me out, it does get funny. I was feeling a bit blue and lonely because apart from my husband, she's probably someone I spend the most of my time with. She's my triplet sister after all. I don't know if I mentioned that part yet, but I was feeling really glum and lonely, and I remember through tears of, this isn't funny after all, I just said to my husband, because he asked what was wrong, I said, I just miss my sister. And for some reason, thinking back on that, I thought it's funny. Not really. I'm starting to trail off a little bit. I'm gonna get back on track. I'm just trying to make the point that I'm feeling a little bit lonely and jealous of my sister's travel. Plus, it's not been a good time lately of my husband doing a lot of night work, and one of my close friends from my old job actually, even though we used to work together, I wouldn't consider him a work friend because we do hang outside of work and chat a lot, but he's just been really slack. So I don't really have that many people to hang out with these days. And again, I love YouTube. I've been neglecting it for a little bit, but just feeling how I've been feeling, I haven't been in the mood to sort of make videos. And now I think I've kind of reached the end of that slump. I want to get back to it. And doing something like this really makes me feel like I've got someone with me here, even though I'm talking to a camera. I'm not hearing anyone talk back, but I just know someone's gonna watch this, and maybe if you are a little bit lonely as well, watching something like this will make you feel less alone too. I like to think, because certainly I've watched videos like this before. Anyway, I will chalk up some of the blues to post-op sort of feelings, because again, I've probably been through a huge detox on birth control and all the painkillers. That's part of it, and my life has just changed in such a dramatic way for the better. But it's still weird to have such a big focus and something to look forward to for so long, like my surgery, my hysterectomy. Now that it's finally happened, I kind of don't know what to look forward to. I know that sounds a bit fucked up. I do have things to look forward to, like little holidays next year, just things in Australia, nothing overseas. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of the things that I do have to look forward to still, because there are things, they just seem a bit far away right now. Little things like trying to enjoy certain holidays or events, like when I planned things for my birthday, or doing cutesy stuff like this helps as well, so it's not all bad. I will admit I didn't expect to chat about all that stuff in this video, but you know, what's a sleepover without a bit of a DNN? I don't know. Anyway, I'm nearly done putting these on. It is incredibly messy, but if all goes according to plan, they should just peel right off the tray once they set, so I'm not too worried. Now, what I originally wanted to chat about are horror movies, because I thought that maybe it could be a bit of inspo for some of you, and I definitely want some of you to talk in the comments if you've got any recommendations for me, because I need new recommendations. I'm gonna put this video up probably just before Halloween, but I'm filming it a few nights prior, so I need ideas now, to be honest. Either way, I'll take ideas anytime since I always love watching horror, but I want to talk about some recent ones, one of which I actually watched last night and I was obsessed with it. That is Barbarian. Now, I watched that movie without knowing anything about it. I think like most people, I had watched the trailer, but they gave next to nothing away, so that was really good marketing, I think. All I had heard was how good it was. Bear in mind, it came out probably a month ago in the US, but it's only just come out here in Australia. And I finally saw it last night without anything being spoiled, and I loved it. I think I just really love any original idea. Certainly I like old ideas as well, but when I'm in that sort of mood, I prefer to just rewatch an old favorite. Like for me, that would be Scream. That's my comfort horror movie, if that makes sense. But this year has been really good for original horror ideas, I think. Sorry, chocolate. I wrote some ideas down, or new ones that I liked, because I think last time I did this video, I spoke about some of my all-time favorites, which I already mentioned Scream, Lake Mungo, but there are some new ones as well, just from this year. This year I really loved Barbarian, Nope, Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. That was also somewhat of a recent watch, and even though it was kind of a comedy horror, I loved it, and it was really silly and fun. I think just as far as horror movies go, it was quite fun, and I haven't seen anything like that in quite some time, if ever. It was quite original. I also really loved X. It's kind of weird to think that came out this year. I still haven't seen Pearl, which I know is the prequel, and I want to see that, and Maxine when eventually that comes out, because I loved X. The other ones I wrote down are Men, which was just very creepy, and Prey, even though that's kind of action horror, I loved that. And then Fresh. None of these are in any particular order. Well, maybe Barbarian I like the most, but then again, that's also the most fresh in my mind. Apart from that, I can't think of any others. I can remember some movies which definitely weren't something I would recommend. Not something I would recommend, I should say, such as Halloween Ends. What a disappointment. I watched that, I think, last week, and I don't really like talking bad about anything. Like, I know I complain sometimes on my channel, but certainly for movies and shows, I don't complain much. I don't really say that I don't like things, so there's normally some sort of redeeming feature. I can't think of anything about Halloween Ends that was good or enjoyable. Nevertheless, apart from that disappointment, there have been a lot of good horror movies, and even mediocre ones, which I like. For example, Scream 5. It was another entry to a franchise that I love, and while it wasn't the best, I certainly didn't hate it. So yeah, this year has definitely been a good year for horror, and I actually need to think about something to watch tonight. I'm not gonna watch something just yet. I think I'll have a bath first, but I do want to watch something spooky. So I'm gonna have a think, and we're gonna watch something in a bit. But for now, I've finally done this after slaving away for probably 20 minutes. Anyway, these are done. I'm going to put them in the fridge now and let them set. Tidy up the kitchen, which shouldn't take too long, and I think I might even jump into a bath. Like I've said many times, the weather has been on the warmer side today, definitely, and tonight, but the heat finally feels like it's broke a bit, and I don't mind having a room temperature bath. It still feels really relaxing whether it's hot water or not. It's just relaxing to, I think, light some candles, sit in a nice smelling water and relax. I think I'm gonna read in there. So I'm just gonna put this in, clean up, and we'll meet in the bathroom. ready for my bath, and the only other thing I have to do is pick out a bath bomb. I actually have a couple Halloween Lush bombs that I thought I'd show you, so I'm just going to open them up. I was given all of these by my sister on our birthday, and I've actually used part of one of them already, but I just thought I'd show you the rest because they are so cute. This is one that I crumbled off some pieces the other day. You can probably see what's left of it. It was the pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern one from Lush that they tend to do every year, and I used a little bit of that, but I think I might use a different one tonight. I just sort of wrapped it in its packaging. It's so cute, by the way. It kind of made me sad to unwrap this off the box, if you can sort of see that there. The other ones I have are individually wrapped. This one was in the same gift pack as that little pumpkin. This is just a little ghost, and I've realized my husband has thrown away the packaging, so I don't actually know what these two are properly called, but it's just a cute little ghosty, as you can see, and there's some blue and pink, so that looks really cute, and I'm sure it would make the water look lovely. I'm pretty sure it is just a bath bomb. It doesn't look like a bubble bar or anything. And then same with this one. It's not in the gift pack, it's just a separate one. This one is Screamo. It looks like the Scream mask. I remember I really wanted it when I think it came out last year or maybe the year before, but I couldn't find it anywhere, and I was pretty excited to see this was one that my sister picked for me. So I'm not sure which one I'll use. I might... This one says it's cherry and almond, and that does smell really nice. This one smells kind of like lime. I'm gonna have to look it up, but I do think I might go for the Screamo bar just because it looks like it'll make the water turn purple and a little bit more dark and spooky, so I don't know, I think I'll do that, plus the smell has really grabbed me. As a disclaimer, I would normally break these up into little parts, but whenever I do a video I kind of just want to pop the whole thing in and watch it dissolve with you, so that's what we're going to do now. Alright, let's see how it goes. So the bath bomb just finished dissolving, and you could probably see before, but it is more blue. It looks a little bit different with the lighting now because yes, I turned on the galaxy lights, and I just love how much more relaxing it makes everything in here. I really only use this galaxy light here in the bathroom. I feel it's important to specify I don't actually store it in here because that would probably be bad for it, I guess. But I just turn it on, and also some strip lights up there whenever I'm in here because I just think it makes everything so much more cozy and relaxing. And apart from those lights, I've got some water, my bath pillow, and my little bath tray. I have my Kindle on here. I'm going to start reading Survive the Night. I've read a lot, if not all, of Riley Sager's other books, and I really liked them, so I'm going to try this. I have a little bit of red wine to further help me relax, and I'm going to try and not use my phone, but I just wanted to show I've also got a little hand towel there just to try and make sure I don't like touch the Kindle with wet hands or anything, since mine is not water resistant. I think some of the more expensive ones are, but don't quote me on it. And last but not least, should have put that there, I also have a sheet mask just because I don't want any sort of heavy clay on my face, but I think a sheet mask would be quite soothing and relaxing. So yeah, that's my little bath setup. I can't wait to hop in and soak and just read and relax for a little bit. I'm done in the bath and done with my reading. Now I feel really relaxed but not tired, so what I'm going to do is watch a movie, and I think that bath bomb has prompted me to watch Scream. I'm pretty sure I would have mentioned earlier in this video, or certainly in the past, that my favorite sort of horror is slashers, and especially Scream. I would have to say it's probably my favorite horror movie because it is, I guess, just silly. I love scary movies, but certainly this one just has kind of everything in it. I guess it's funny, it's like scary, even though I've seen it a billion times, so it doesn't really scare me anymore. And that's probably a good thing since I am still home alone. So I'm just gonna watch Scream, I'm gonna get some snacks and relax for the rest of the night. So I'm gonna see what I can scrounge up. I'm pretty sure I have some popcorn. Alright, so my popcorn's ready. I'm just gonna have a little bowl, and I've also got one of my chocolate spiders there. I also have, these are some vegan gummies. I might have those later, I'm not too sure, but I just thought I'd grab something out for variety. So I'll just start with this. I'm gonna watch the movie and I think maybe start editing this video as well, but I will see how I go. I'm not sure yet if I'll just watch Scream 1 or if I'll watch both Scream 1 and 2 maybe tonight before I go to bed, but I'm just gonna see how I feel. Again, I'm not sleepy yet, and I have a feeling editing for now will keep me awake, but I'm just gonna get the movie set up and settle in on the couch with my puppies. I think I said before, I'm home alone, but I'm not really. I've got my little pups with me and they are blending in to the couch right now, but I'm just gonna make some room for myself and start the movie. All right, I am set up. I've turned off the lights as well, main lights around the house. I just have little lamps on, and I am ready to start the movie.